You open your textbook to study. 5 minutes later, you're watching TikToks about someone's cat. Sound relatable? Here's something I discovered. Most people aren't actually studying wrong, they're just studying the same way everyone else does, and everyone else is struggling too. But there's a better way, and it doesn't require more willpower or less Netflix time. Let me walk you through what actually works. The friction trap. Why your brain keeps resisting. Your brain is incredibly efficient at avoiding discomfort. When you tell yourself, I need to study for 3 hours, something in your mind goes, nope, that's too long, and suddenly your phone becomes fascinating. But here's the weird part. If you tell yourself you're only studying for 15 minutes, your brain actually cooperates. It's not about discipline, it's about lowering the barrier to entry. Give yourself permission to study in micro sessions, 15, 20, even just 10 minutes. But here's the secret sauce. Be specific about what you'll accomplish in that time. Don't just say, I'll study math. Say, I'll work through 5 practice problems on quadratic equations. Your brain loves knowing exactly what it's signing up for. No vague commitments. The efficiency principle. Learn to ignore 80% of your material. Let's be honest, you don't need to know everything. Most subjects have a core foundation. Maybe 20% of the material accounts for 80% of what you actually need to remember. The rest is supplementary. Find your 20% by looking at past tests or quizzes. What keeps showing up? There's your priority list. Checking your syllabus. Teachers emphasize important topics. Pay attention to those signals. Asking yourself, what will I actually be tested on? Then focusing exclusively on that. This isn't laziness. This is strategic thinking. You're not studying less. You're studying smarter. If you have gotten to this point, promote this video by liking and subscribing. The urgency hack. How pressure actually helps. Weird confession. I study better when there's a deadline. That's not lack of planning. That's actually how your nervous system works. When a deadline is approaching, your brain releases focus chemicals. You become sharp. Distractions fade away. You can create this artificially. Set a timer for 25 or 30 minutes. Study intensely during that window. When the timer goes off, take a genuine break. Walk around, get water, check your phone guilt-free for 5 minutes. Then go again. Your brain knows rest is coming, so it focuses harder while you're working, and studies show short, focused sessions actually stick with you longer than marathoning the same material for 4 hours. The teaching technique, learning by explaining. Want to know if you actually understand something? Try explaining it. Not to look smart, just honestly explaining it like you're helping a friend get it. If you can't explain something clearly, you don't actually understand it yet. That's not failure, that's useful information. Pick a concept you're studying. Now pretend your friend asks you about it. How would you explain it in a conversation? Not like you're reciting from a textbook. Do it out loud. The act of speaking forces your brain to organize information differently than just reading. If you get stuck or realize you don't actually know something, that's where you go back and relearn. This method cuts through confusion fast because you immediately identify gaps. Active testing, the memory multiplier. Here's the difference between cramming and actually learning. Cramming feels like studying because you're reading things, but your brain isn't storing it. Real learning happens when you test yourself. Instead of rereading notes, close the notebook and write down what you remember. Instead of just reviewing flashcards, cover the answer first and try to recall. Instead of passively reading a chapter, finish a section and write a summary from memory. The struggle of trying to remember is what locks information into your brain, not the ease of rereading it again. It feels harder, but that's actually the sign it's working. The recovery factor, sleep and movement. Most students don't want to hear this, but here it is anyway. Your brain consolidates memories while you sleep. That's not metaphorical. That's literally what happens. All-nighters don't just make you tired. They actively prevent your brain from storing what you studied. Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep is more valuable than studying an extra 2 hours and being exhausted. Also, and this seems random but it matters, moving your body during study breaks actually improves memory retention. Even a 10-minute walk between study sessions improves how much sticks with you. This isn't procrastination, it's part of the learning process. Here's what to actually do. Study in short bursts, 20 to 30 minutes, then break. Know your priorities. Figure out what actually matters for your test or goal. Create a deadline feeling. Use a timer to trigger focus mode. Explain it out loud. If you can't teach it simply, you don't own it yet. Test yourself constantly. The friction of recalling is where real learning happens. Sleep and move. These aren't breaks from studying, they're part of studying. The reason most study methods feel exhausting is because they're fighting against how your brain actually works. These approaches work because they align with your brain's natural strengths: short bursts, urgency, teaching, testing, and recovery. You don't need more hours, you need better hours. Try one of these this week, just one. Maybe it's studying in 25-minute sprints. Maybe it's explaining what you learn out loud. Maybe it's taking a walk between sessions. See what shifts for you. The whole point is this: studying should feel manageable, not miserable. Drop a comment and let me know which one you're trying. I actually read these. And if you're tired of the grind, subscribe. We talk about ways to learn faster, remember longer, and still have time for your actual life. Until next time, study smarter, not longer.